Hello dear, so today we are going to start with some practice sessions of basic beginners batch. So just take few random drawing sheets, no need of any high quality GSM and all, and we can start with few drawings like this. A simple one that are familiar to the kids, especially animals or flowers, home, these kind of things will be more familiar to the kids, and try to make it as colorful as possible, like the that bright colors will should attract them, and they also should be able to do it properly. Okay, so here you can see on the background I have added some concentric circles, which helps to fill the background, as well as it's a kind of practice sessions of our the first three elements which we have done, right? So that element practice session also can be carried out in this manner, so they don't have to learn it or do it separately on a practice sheet. So on all drawings which you are doing for the background filling, rather than coloring it completely, you can add them to pick that color. So here the sky, so with light blue I have added a lot of patterns to fill the background. Okay, so we are starting with the mushroom picture. So you can also pick in an order. After finishing our practice sessions, you can rearrange and keep it in your order how you are going to start your sessions. Okay, so this is my first session for any batch, so I will just use this drawing to test the kid as well, like to see how the kids are doing as well. Okay, so basically one another thing I need to say, so when we are uh, seeing a picture, we need to understand how to make it into parts which can be easily drawn by kids. Okay, so when you're if you see this picture, this particular cat's picture, you should start focusing on the basic shapes in it. Here, the basic shape you can see is an oval shape. Okay, so start from that oval shape. So they can start completely and then go for the paths, then go for the top. So here the picture will be starting from lower to the bottom part. I mean lower to the top part, like that this picture will go. So accordingly, after seeing each picture, you should get an idea where to start, how to keep the paper, everything you need to get an idea. So I hope our practice sessions will help you. Maybe once we are done 2 3 sessions on this topic, you also have to observe how we are disintegrating each picture. Then you will also get that knack and you will start. Okay, so another example I will be showing is this monkey. So this monkey also I will be starting with the head, because there's a perfect oval shape I can see, and maybe these two curves I can show them to add. And after that we will add a big shape for the tummy downside, and then we will go for all the tiny details and all. Okay, like the lines for the hands and all. So each thing you need to mention the name also, a big curve, a slanting line, a curvy line, all these things you have to mention, so that they will also understand and they will also slowly learning how to draw a picture by seeing it. Okay, after that from the whatever in their mind they can do, but copying a picture is another talent, so we have to teach them that also. And after doing this much only, we have to add the detailings like this hair part and all. First we will completely do that oval shape, and then we will erase it, and then we will add only. Maybe if we are doing it as an adult, maybe we know where to leave some gaps, we know how there you need to leave some gap and all. But when we are teaching the kids, let them draw it completely, let them use the eraser, and then let them make it properly. Okay, so let's start our drawing part. Okay, so here we are starting with the mushrooms. So after drawing this, you need to keep your paper as your reference for your classes. Okay, so I always advise, rather than printing out from internet or rather than doing anything, you are better to make a drawing by yourself and then show them, then they will also feel more motivated and do it. Okay, so next is, and also showing a complete picture. Sometimes maybe they will be motivated to do, sometimes they will be demotivated as well. They will say like, oh, this is so hard for me, I can't do it and all. So it's up to you, according to the kids. You need to decide either to show it or not show it. Okay, so here we have two mushrooms. Also I'm starting from the left hand side, the bigger one. Okay, so you need to tell them uh, to start it not from the center. Usually every picture we will start from the center, but initially let's do it this way. So you can follow with me and tell them the names of each line we are doing. Okay, so initially we have done a big curve connecting with a flat curve. This is neither a horizontal line and not so curvy also, so we have to do that. And after that, from the middle part we have to add two slanting lines that is also slightly curvy, then connect with a wavy line, then again two more slanting lines for the stem part. Okay, so all these names of the lines you need to mention. Okay, do with me. Now inside we have to fill circles and some half circles and all. You need to tell the numbers also, or else they will be doing it in a proper order, or they will be filling it too much and all. But let them, but correct them. After doing this, Now you have to tell them to copy that. Now we have learned how to draw a mushroom. Now the baby mushroom, let them do by themselves. Maybe you can guide them a little, but but just observe how they are doing. Okay, so by that, by how they are copying it, you get an idea how much they can grasp you, how much, in what order they are drawing. uh, Everything you can analyze by watching how they are making or how they are copying this little mushroom. From that, you need to understand your student, and you need to know how much effort you need to pick, you need to put. And also sometimes maybe they are doing it so perfectly. Okay, so you understand, okay, that student is better, she can do or he can do, like that we can understand. Okay. Now some mountain lines, not mountain lines, these are zigzag lines, and we are adding it for the grass part. So we will complete it, and after that we will outline it, and then we will start coloring. While coloring, the only thing is we have to follow one direction. Tell them to do either up down like vertical strokes, or left right like horizontal strokes. They can decide, you can help or you can guide, but let them practice from the beginning one stroke coloring. Erasing the pencil marks is another option. Sometimes they may not raise and extra pencil marks will be there. It is a part of making your art more neat. So you can either erase or it's optional, and according to the quality of the colors you use, some kind of colors may mix and make it a messy look. So to avoid that, you can always erase the pencil marks. So here I have used yellow for the circles, red for the top part, and after that the below part I'll be using a yellow ochre. In case if you don't have a yellow ochre, you can go with peach or yellow or the colors available at that time. Any colors are totally fine, but don't go for blue, green kind of shades. Alright. And in case if the kids are doing it so well till this step, maybe you can introduce a bit basics of shading to them as well. Like if they are doing with yellow color, you can give them a brown color and tell them to give some shading this side only or both side only. No need to go for the deeper concept of shading like lighting and shading and nothing they don't need now. We will learn it on intermediate batch or advanced batch, but for the little ones, you can still teach them how to shade, the basics of shading, apart from the theories and all. Just tell them to take the darker color and do it. It should be according to the kids you have. In case if that kid is still struggling to color and without filling white space and without going out if they are doing that, our focus should be to correct that. In case if your student is well doing color, you can teach them out this also. Okay, so according to your student, as a teacher, you have to decide what they need. So here also light green filling and dark green shading. So you can complete it and keep it as your reference for your classes. And now the background. If available, you can use a marker and add any pattern. Okay, maybe you can, or with the crayon itself, you can do some wavy lines, practice some wavy lines, or practice some spirals, practice some, let them practice anything on the background to make the background filled, but pick the color which is necessary. Alright, like this way you can complete it and keep it for your reference as a teaching material. You can keep it. So I will just show you a few of my students' works. A few of them I can show you. So initially when they start, they will be doing like this only. They will don't expect them to do the way you are doing. You can see randomly they are coloring some strokes. You can visible, but correct them. Okay, they are, it's just the first class. See here you can see the spirals are concentrated in one place, so these kind of things you can expect, but you can slowly correct it. Okay, so don't expect them to give a perfect outcome in the beginning. Okay, do it slowly. Let them adapt you first, let them also understand the way of teaching, and then go forward. So now we will move for the next drawing. We will do one more picture today. So here you can follow with me how the steps are going on. So initially, as I said, we will start with the basic shape. So it should come on the lower half of the paper. So mention them where to start it. Okay. Then we will do the pulse, then slowly going up. Okay, so each one of it you can do. So mention the name each time. So these two curvy lines, then connecting with the cloud line, then another two curvy lines. All these things you need to mention properly. Each time you mention, the more they grasp. So once the outline sketch is done, we can go for the detailings like the face features and the marks on the face, on the body and the whiskers. This kind of tiny details we can do at last. This nose part, either they can make a inverted triangle or they can make it an oval shape also. So making an inverted triangle, don't tell them like make an inverted triangle, they will not know. So you can guide them like make a horizontal line, then a V shape, then one vertical line, then two U shape or a W. Everything you can guide accordingly, they will do. So again, outlining and coloring. For coloring, you can pick your choice of colors, but it should be let them also choose their favorite colors, but it should be somewhat similar to the original one. Why we are practicing it that way? Because maybe they wanted to color the cat green or blue. We can't tell them no, it's not right and all. It's all about creativity, but still it's always better to guide them this way because they are going to attend some coloring contest or drawing contest in future. So it's always makes sense because the judging criteria is like how much they know about what color to use. So it's always better to guide them properly. If there is nothing wrong in guiding them properly also. So always when they are doing our sessions, you can tell them to do the proper colors like this way, this way, this way, like that. Okay, maybe you can show some references of real cats and also this color we can do like that. Maybe you are coloring orange and if they want to, you can show some ginger cat and show like okay, orange cats are there. Maybe in India they haven't seen it, but still orange cats are there. So you can validate as well to get their confidence. So here I'm coloring a peach color. You can pick any color, totally fine. The background I'm adding some clouds, maybe they can add a butterflies and use that background to explore their creativity as well. Okay, maybe you can give that background part to them and tell them to fill anything they want, but let them not add anything not suiting to the picture. Maybe for this picture they can add a flower or a sun or some butterflies, birds, anything they can add and it will look nice. So let them. So complete this and you can share with me if you feel like need any suggestions and keep it for your reference. Okay, so that's it here. More practice sessions yet to follow. Okay, take care.